Welcome to this week's episode, guys. This week we decided to look back at what 2021 was.
It's been a bit of a crazy year. I've just actually gone through what Eric has been editing for the last week, basically trying to put this episode together. And looking back at what we've achieved is actually quite impressive. What we've gone through, what's happened, how far we come. So anyway, stay tuned. Some of you have watched some of these videos, some of you haven't. But anyway, stay tuned and watch, because I think, wow.
We've come a long way.
It's been a crazy year, guys.
Starting out on the hard and it's been a journey.
It has been a journey.
At the beginning of 2021, everything was crazy. The boat had so many holes in it. We were dealing with so many different projects. And of course, we were using that beautiful peeler tool that was a game changer to our progress on the boat.
This is all good glass here. There is a damage with a small crack. Yeah. This area here, I think, with a small grinder, will actually be nothing. That actually looks like a bit, so there's some slight delamination in there, but it looks like it's very, very thin. This looks like it's thicker. Yeah. Here it's a lot deeper. It's a good probably, I don't know how to measure that, but
couple mil.
No, more like 3 or 4 mil in this area. But that's kind of matches the delamination that I've already cleaned up with a grinder when we first started. But we've done the same thing on this side here. This is a longer one, so we're going to have to find a very long table to lay the cloth out. But we use the peeler again on this side. This was one of the longest damages on the boat. But I was actually happily surprised that the delamination wasn't too deep. It was there, but it cleaned off really easy with the peeler. So that's fantastic. These guys have they go out walking every morning with all the dogs. And,
it's muddy.
It's a bit muddy because of the rain, so Foxy's come back a bit mucky. Right, so that was a little bit of a surprise. I'm going to explain what happened. Found this void. This was the black area at the top, and I found what looks like basically looks like a factory void. So I was checking down. I was like, yeah, it's quite deep. It goes quite a long way, but it feels a bit damp. So my idea was I'm going to drill a hole, i.e. this one, where I can connect the vacuum cleaner to blow air in there and circulate air to dry out inside before we repair the keel and dry it out. And when I drilled that hole, oh my gosh, was that a lot of water that came out. I reckon, I don't know how, it must have been a good couple of gallons of water that came out. Little secret stash, little time capsule in here. What we got? Do you want to explain this, babe?
No, so we have a Cayman coin, we have a Dominican coin, and a seahorse. Seahorse for luck.
Yeah.
The Cayman coin because we were supposed to fix the boat in Cayman.
And if I ever have to see any of these things again, I'm going to cry.
So we're going to glass them in.
What we got planned? It's a big one today.
It's a big one. This is something that everyone's been waiting for. The cabin top section is...
We're going to remove this mould off of here today. It's going to be fun to try and get this thing off, I think.
I hate this thing behind me. But it's grown on me, and I've gotten used to how it looks. But it's the moment it's going to pop off. It's going to come off. It's just going to be like magic. Whoa! Look at that.
All right, guys. So as you can see, there was a slight hole in our boat. But if you bear with us for the next couple of hours, we should be able to go 1, 2, 3. Ready? Are you ready? Do we have a cabin top?
We have a cabin top.
Da, da, da. Look at that, guys. Oh. We actually have spaces for windows. We have a cabin top that's the right shape.
That's
absolutely
freaking awesome.
Awesome. And
let's have that in the background.
Fits basically like a glove.
Not to sound too much like a princess, but I really want to be able to move back onto my boat soon because neither of us are sleeping very well in town. It's noisy.
We're used to our own bed, aren't we?
We're used to our own bed. I want my own bed back.
Yeah.
But we're making progress. Things are happening. So it looks good. It's another step in the right direction. Now that we have that Sikaflex that we showed you downstairs, it's happy days.
Yeah, we're going to be able to put the new windows back in.
So I don't know if you can see the cabin top behind me there, but they've also put fairing filler all over it.
Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a bit of a mess, but
It's not a mess at all. What do you mean?
it's got to get dirty before it gets better, right?
And have you checked out Foxy? So this is how we travel on a motorbike, so the Foxy's nice and safe and we're all secure on the bike. And she loves it. She absolutely loves actually being sat in there with the wind in her ears. So anyway guys, let's jump on the moped and go and explore a little bit. We need a pot of gold so we can buy a mast. So what's going on in the boatyard? The boatyard has been shut down now for, was it 5 days? Coming on, yeah, 5 days now, due to some politics. We're fingers crossed. Today is Saturday. We're fingers crossed on Monday we can start working again of us doing some boat works as well, heading towards getting splashed again.
Yeah. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. Hopefully we'll be able to get back on the boat work train. At the moment we get to be tourists.
Exactly. Cheers, guys. Alright, so obviously you've seen in the video, we did start to get some form of progress where we were allowed to start, or told we were allowed to start working on the inside of the boat, which gave us a little bit of a hope that we could actually do some of the stuff on the inside, well, do it ourselves as we always were, but we'd have a week to do it. We have now obviously also been told now that we're not basically allowed to do anything inside, nothing that involves a power tool. So I can't use a sanding machine, I can't use a grinder, I can't drill a hole for a through hole, I'm not allowed to do any of that stuff. So as we said, it's Thursday, we're back to square one. As far as I'm concerned, still a hostage in Lupron.
Be able to float. I know we've been saying that for a long time. But now that we're finally getting closer, it's like the final step.
It is just the final step. I mean, the boat is so close now. We literally need a week and the boat will be back in the water. Yeah. Obviously we won't have a mast. That we've got to save up for, that we've got to work for.
We've had a lot of questions on that.
But the first step is to get it back in the water, fiberglass fixed and looking nice and pretty. So thanks again for everyone supporting us, helping us, and stay tuned. Don't know where to start. We're allowed to work on the boat. So we've got the special piece of paper, we're allowed to get cracking on the boat again. To be honest, I've been sat here for about 10 minutes looking at the boat, trying to decide where the hell should I start with this project.
So this is actually one of the jobs that we've been most nervous about. We don't want to crack or damage any of these windows. We were lucky to find them on the donor boat here in the country. They are super expensive to buy brand new from Fontaine. So we're just super happy, but a little bit nervous to do this job.
Anyway guys, the weather has picked up. You can hear the compressor running in the background. The paint is being mixed as we speak. This is fantastic. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to shoot some paint onto the boat and hey, we might be ready to splash. Hey guys, check this out. Look at us. So we got all the plastic and stuff off the boat. She looks beautiful. And we had one tin left of anti-foul paint. So put Erica to work and she's turned herself into a little speckled hen again. Today, stop it, stop it, stop it. No, behave. There goes a blooper, doesn't it? Right, please don't put that in my face. Really, please. Okay, I quit. I'm going home. I'm leaving Erica here.
So after 6 long weeks of not being able to work on the boat, it was so satisfying to put the final coat of bottom paint on. We are super excited for this next chapter. It was so satisfying peeling that last bit of tape off of the boat.
I'm not stressed.
What was that?
I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. It's been a lot of work. We've done a lot of work to do this. Please put the boat back in the water without breaking it. Alrighty guys, so Barefoot's back in the water. So we're going to pop this one off. We're going to have a little splash of sand paint just to celebrate. We've checked the bilges about 12 times. They're still dry. So if this is going to come out.
Cheers and well done.
Cheers.
Congratulations, excellent.
To exploring the Caribbean.
Absolutely. This is such an exciting day.
Don't put that in the book.
That's a blooper, if I ever heard one. So we're having...
Do not put that in bloopers. If you put that in bloopers, we're divorced, okay?
Like you'd leave me.
Alrighty guys, so as you know, we're on the floating dock. Each day we're going to do a little project. We're not going to go crazy because we do need a little bit of a break after the boatyard. It's been very stressful. But we're going to try and achieve something every day.
Should I pull it yet?
What we're doing is Erica's up there, she's drying off the roof. Then we'll give it 10 minutes to air dry, and then we'll just run a little bit of acetone on it so that we can take advantage of the less wind and get these solar panels up so we don't have to rely on the generator to keep us going or start the engine.
Exciting. And finally, putting the rub rail on was one of the last jobs that we did while we were still on the floating dock. Once we moved out to the mooring, we were actually able to enjoy ourselves a little bit, go exploring, and just enjoy Luperon. And after a very long year and a half, we finally got to go diving again. It felt so good to be back underwater where we belong.
Andy, I've got the nuts you need, the nuts and the washers. Do you want my nuts? That's it, I'll put my nut. I don't trust many of friends with my nuts.
When you're ready, which one are you going in?
Whichever one.
That's it, that's the one, that'll do. When you put it in, don't pull it out.
Don't twist it yet. He's just putting the nut on.
Thought you knew how to work.
Yeah, go on, go for it. Yeah, keep going. It's a long nut, this one.
How do you want it, harder, faster or what?
Well, you've got to do it faster, you have.
Can't go much faster, I might slip.
He didn't have the spanner on, though.
That does not surprise me, because he knows you're filming. So, it got a bit late last night. We had to put the camera down. We could hardly see where the spanners and the nuts and bolts were. But if you have a look here, happy days. We've got 880 watts of solar up here on the top now, producing approximately 35 amps going to the batteries. As you can see, we're super happy. We've got the solar farm on the roof of the boat, so happy days.
Success, kind of. The good thing is, Davy can't actually see what the grommets look like because they're up there and they have a little bobble thing. So he won't even know that they look like crap. And I didn't even show you guys, so he can't see them.
So anyway, yeah, we'll put it back in party mode. All right, catch you later.
Yeah, party mode. Party mode. So what do you
What do you reckon?
What do you think?
What do you think to this year? Leave us some comments, leave us some love. Thank you so much to everyone that supported us through the good, the bad, the ugly, the blood, the sweat, the tears,
everything.
And everything else that's gone on. Thank you to our patrons, our followers, our supporters, and if you haven't clicked subscribe yet,
do it.
get on with it.
So
happy New Year, basically.
Yeah, happy New Year. What do we want for 2022, babe? What's the plan?
There is a big plan coming up for 2022, but I tell you what, next week's episode, maybe we'll put a bit of an update in there about what we've got planned, because we have got some plans coming up, and what we've got to get ready for that before we can achieve it. So we'll leave that for next week's video. Anyway, Happy New Year, guys. Love to you all.